And you talk about the bonds of brotherhood in the book, and that has to be greater than a marriage, I think.
Yeah, very much so. The protagonist is Sergeant Rene Lafleet. He meets the brother of his heart, Father Rick Shannon, under combat conditions, and they form a very, very close relationship. Like I said, the brother of his heart. Unfortunately, during the course of the book, Father Shannon becomes a very strong suspect in the murders of high-profile religious figures.
Oh my goodness. I don't want you to stop there. I want you to tell more, or are we going to ruin the story?
Well, I got to be very careful because
yeah, you don't want
it away.
I know, and that is the challenge that Robin and I understand because we do interviews with authors all the time, and novelists are a different breed. You have to be careful what you ask. But so far, it's fascinating just the fact that you've written this. Now, did you create characters that we'll see again in future books?
I hope so. What I want to do, I want to write a series of books. 3 books. Based on Sentinel's Choice. The next book is Sentinel's Dilemma, and then there's a third book in the making that I haven't titled yet, but it'll be something like Sentinel's Guardian, where we can develop the characters a little by little, and then what I'd like to do is do some branch-off novels based on some of the other characters, well, like Father Shannon. I'd like to do some standalone novels for him.
You have a lot of emotion in your writing. How were you able to generate that onto the pages for the reader, but keep your own emotions in check with everything that you've been through?
Well, honestly, I'm not sure I always did. It's really hard to write about losing a partner or combat conditions. The book does start out talking about some battle. It's a battle scene. And it was real hard to keep my own emotions in check because that part of the story is actually, to a degree, factual. I can't name the time and place, but it was factual.
So let me ask you this. As a law enforcement officer, writing a story that includes good guys and bad guys, and from my perspective as a viewer, a reader, I always, or even just a news guy, I hate to see people justifying why a bad guy did what he did. But as an author, you're almost forced to do that. And am I right about that? First of all, did you feel like the reader, had to understand? I'll say it that way. the bad guy. I mean, did we have to understand why he did the bad things he did?
No, in a single word, no. But it always makes for a little bit of a better understanding, of course, as to what motivates people. I always tell people, look, if these criminals were all brain surgeons, we'd never catch them. They always leave clues behind. But there's motive is such a big part of the criminal act. We'd like to think that there is an excuse, but one of the things that I have found through 20 and plus years now is a lot of criminals are not immoral; they're simply amoral. There's no reason for what they do.
Oh, wow, that's probably true. And somebody who's done your line of work must have seen enough evidence of that. So with that evidence, with that understanding, and again, I can understand why it was PJ's, right, who asked you to do the
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She saw this as a need for authors who haven't walked in your shoes. So you having walked in them literally yourself, have a greater understanding of any of your students, I would imagine, in incorporating those things into your characters.
And that's what I tried to achieve when I was doing these presentations for Breakthrough Promotions for Patty. We'd set up a crime scene, and we'd actually, we'd walk the writers through the crime scene, and we'd give them a little storyline, and they'd have to figure out the whodunit part of things.
Okay, is that you on the cover?
With the dog?
No, on the front cover, the profile.
No, sir. No, and I'll tell you the truth, that's a wonderful, wonderful cover, but I've taken a lot of ribbing from all of my police officer friends because, unfortunately, the guy in the picture has his finger on the trigger.
Oh.
And we would never do that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Have I taken some heat over that one.
So you need to give some speeches to the cover maker.
Yeah.
I'll try. You know what? The truth is, I probably could have had him. He's very, very talented. I probably could have had him edit that out and fix it. But that was such a beautiful cover, and I was so thrilled with it. It was like, you know what? Shine it. It looks good.
All right. Well, I was trying to figure out if it was you because I'm looking at the photo. It's kind of of you, the actual photo, not the one with the dog, which I love that photo, by the way, but the other one that came with the one-page thing that we have on you, Michael. And I was trying to figure out if that was your profile, but I guess not.
No, I guess not.
Do all of the different law enforcement agencies respect each other and the people that work for them? Because sometimes you hear that they're at odds, just like the different military agencies.
But by and large, the rank and file get along real well. We work very well together. It's usually the higher up the chain of command you go where you start getting in these territorial tiffs. But it's still a brotherhood, brotherhood, sisterhood, however you want to phrase it. It's like the Marine Corps and the Navy. We'll fight with each other all the time, but nobody else better, come in and mess with us.
Oh, wow. Did you happen to see the video of this guy working a convenience store? He happened to be a Marine 30 years or 25 years. He was training, fighting. And this guy comes up to him and tries to rob him with a knife. And the Marine just pushes him away and twists his arm. And then the news lady said the guy got away anyway. But it was just fascinating to watch this because it was captured on the surveillance video.
I did see that. My thinking at the time was, wow, the guy's really lucky he got away with his life. And I'm not talking about the Marine. Yeah.
I know. I felt the same way.
As an expert in underwater crime scene reconstruction, how do you manage to do something like that? Because that would seem to be more difficult than the above the water.
It is. It's done actually all by braille.
Oh.
You can't, as a rule.
Wow.
Where most of these crime scenes take place, like in marinas, even in the ocean marinas, there's absolutely no visibility. And everything's as best you can. It's done by braille. You just have to feel everything and literally get a feel for what you're touching.
Wow.
That is so fascinating.
I have a copy. It just came, didn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Michael E. Witzgall is who you will look up. We'll spell it for you in a second. The book is called Sentinel's Choice. Call me right now if you would like a copy of this book. I'll give you the one that was sent to us, and the rest of us have to go buy it. Michael spells his last name Witzgall. Michael E. Witzgall. Michael, do you have a website?
Yes, sir. It's www.mikewitzgall.com.
Okay, Mike Witzgall. Okay. And I'm guessing it's in Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all the others, right?
Yes, sir. Barnes & Noble is not carrying it actually in their store yet. We're working on that, but you can get it on Amazon. You can get it for all e-readers also.
Okay. And I will go on, what's the thing that PJ turned us on to? Goodreads or
Book
Daily or something like that?
Goodreads, I think.
Goodreads. So I will go to Goodreads and I will mark that I want to read it because apparently that helps out authors.
Yes.
Let me give this one away. Good morning. You've got the book. Who's this?
This is Roger from the past.
Who?
Roger.
Oh, Roger. Okay, Roger. Do you know we're at the mall now?
Yep, you moved up.
Okay. All right, Roger. Yeah, well, good to hear from you. Yes, you've got the book. It'll be waiting for you.
Sounds great.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We're at the mall right outside the food court.
Very good.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we just moved, Michael, just so you know what that meant.
Oh, you are such a fascinating writer, Michael, and everybody that is your student really is lucky to have you because you're such an easygoing person to speak with, but yet you really demand a lot of respect for everything that you're teaching.
Well, thank you very, very much for saying so.
Yeah, good luck with it, and please come back with the next book, and thank you for being on the air with us today.
Well, thank you, guys. I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and look forward to talking to you again.
Thank you. All right, we will take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Habitat for Humanity of Marion County is a ministry dedicated to improving lives by providing affordable and decent housing. Help them help others by visiting the Habitat for Humanity Ocala Restore at 926 Northwest 27th Avenue. To schedule a donation, give us a call at 401-0075 and we'll come pick it up. For more information, visit ocalarestore.org. Habitat for Humanity of Marion County. Building homes, building hope, building community.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks